everyone! Here I will have my presentation of the brain and both its regions and subregions. Ta-da! So I tried to show all of the parts, subregions and the regions of the brain, but it's a little hard because the brain is very layered. So some of the pieces do layer on top of each other. So I tried to represent it as well as I could. So we'll start with the lobes. Here in the silver, we have the frontal lobe. So that lobe is the personality center. It also involves decision making, movement, and higher level cognitive functions like problem solving and planning. We then have the parietal lobe right here in the green. The parietal lobe's main function is processing sensory information, so touch, temperature, and pain, and also language comprehension. And then if we go down here, we have the occipital lobe. As you see with the name, the occipital lobe is the main visual processing part of the brain, which includes interpreting shapes and colors. And then we have the temporal lobe, which I tried to show right here. But as I said, a lot of the different parts are layered on top of each other, so it was a little hard to show. The temporal lobe processes auditory information, so hearing, and also involves memory formation and language. We then have the hypothalamus right here in the black. The hypothalamus part of the brain helps maintain homeostasis by regulating both the endocrine and autonomic nervous systems. And then this little part right here, the circle, is where I was showing the thalamus. So the thalamus is a relay center in the brain that processes and distributes sensory and motor information to the cerebral cortex. We then have the diencephalon right here, which has the thalamus within it. The diencephalon communicates with the endocrine system to release hormones and also transfer sensor and motor skills to the cerebral cortex. Here we have the pons. So this part of the brain regulates breathing, manages sleep, wake cycle, and relays sensory and motor information. As we go down, we have the medulla oblongata. This part of the brain regulates autonomic functions, including breathing, heart rate, and blood pressure. And then here in the red, we have the brainstem. The brainstem connects the brain to the spinal cord and regulates essential functions like breathing, heart rate, and the sleep-wake cycles. Here in the orange, we have the cerebellum. The cerebellum coordinates movement, posture, and also balance. And there you have it. That is my presentation on the brain and its regions and subregions. Thank you.